this is Jim Martin, and welcome to the second episode of Martini and Martin. You know, in my first episode, How to Make a Pillow Cover, I was given some critique that I really didn't drink enough martinis during the filming. So today's episode is titled, How to Make a Martini. So we're going to make 3 martinis today, so get ready for some fun. In today's episode, we have a very special guest, my dear friend, Danielle Leonetti. Hi, Danielle.
Hi, Jim.
I've asked Danielle to be in this episode because no one likes to drink more than Danielle. But I mean that in a good way, not in some sloshy, trashy way, just so you know. So, Danielle, we're going to make 3 martinis today.
I'm excited.
We're going to learn how to make an Aztec martini, which we're both drinking right now, so cheers.
Cheers.
Mmm. We're going to learn how to make a classic martini, and then we're going to learn to make a martini I call the Jim Martin martini. These glasses, by the way, if you can't see, are square, which if you drink out the center, it just dribbles right down your face. So you have to be very careful and drink out of the corner. Oh, very good. So, I like to cruise on Royal Caribbean cruise line. And when I say cruise, I mean go on a vacation in a ship on the water. I don't mean like, cruise in the bar. So I did learn in a martini making class that Anita and I took how to make an Aztec martini. Now, quite frankly, not all martinis have gin in them. And anything served in a martini glass technically is considered a martini, and that's the case here with this Aztec martini. It's very spicy, and it is roughly 99% alcohol. So it has quite a wallop to it. But it includes red pepper flakes. You can see them here. Chocolate sauce. In this case, we're going to use Hershey syrup. Tequila. And I was told today by my neighbor who works at the Publix liquor store that this is an excellent brand called Exotico because it has 100% agave in it. I don't know what agave is, but it's 100%. And then we also have amaretto in it. So 4 ingredients, tasty, chocolatey, spicy. Wow, that's what you need to know. So let me tell you how we're going to make it. Okay, so as I mentioned, it has 4 ingredients. The Aztec martini that I learned how to make on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship. You start by taking your martini shaker, and I'm using this clear glass one, which will allow you to see what's inside here. And you just basically cover the bottom with pepper flakes. And, I worked at Walt Disney World for about 44.25 years, to be specific, in many functions, and the last 18, 19 years I was in costuming, and that's where I met Danielle a few years ago, and she's still working there. So, Danielle, how's it going? Alrighty. Do you like my countertop here? This is like a booze chopping block.
I love it.
Isn't it nice?
It is nice.
And when I say booze, it's B-O-O-S. Not with a Z.
Multi-purpose.
Which is funny. I know, right? Okay. So, after you layer this with pepper flakes, we're going to add the chocolate sauce. And I would say put in, I don't measure anything, by the way. Put in about 1/4 of an inch or so. So you've got your pepper flakes and about 1/4 of an inch of chocolate on the bottom. And then, I need to take a sip of this.
All right.
We better make this fast because we're running out. So we're going to put in the Exotico tequila, which actually is very good, although I haven't tasted it yet. And again, I don't measure. So you want a combination of 50% Exotico and 50% of the amaretto. So I'm just going to pour in enough of what I think is going to suffice for 2 drinks.
It's worked so far.
Maybe a little more. So that's maybe, 2.5 inches. And then we're going to put in the amaretto. And this is the kind of higher end amaretto. Gazio.
I've never had this brand until today.
It's a premium specialty liqueur. Again, I buy all my liquor at the Publix liquor store in Sand Lake Road. Love that store. Pop. And then I'm going to pour about the same amount in. Is that about right?
Mm-hmm.
Did I double? Okay.
I could get out my tape measure, but
I could get a shot glass, but that's not going to happen.
that's weird.
And now I'm gonna put in ice. Yeah. Well, there you go. Okay. And we're gonna shake the hell out of this because you want to infuse the chocolate, and more importantly, you want to infuse the red pepper into the drink.
I have to shake harder than that.
And my favorite song is on. Sing, sing, sing with a swing. So this is perfect.
I love this.
Okay, when the chocolate's not sticking to the bottom, you're kind of there.
Mm-hmm. Let me finish this.
Okay, so I've shaken this, and believe it or not, it's been 20 minutes since our last scene because we've been talking. So this is well mixed. So we're going to pour it into our glasses, but it's very important here. Do you want to be the strainer?
Sure.
It's very important to use a strainer because you want to double strain the red pepper flakes out. So you've got a strainer on the top of your martini glass, but you don't want to be tasting those things.
You don't want to swallow one whole.
Yes, because as proven earlier, I did that on purpose to prove that you could choke on them.
You're a master of your art, Mr.
I
Martin.
tell you, there you go. Whoops, it's a little
Ooh.
here. Okay, great. And there you go. It's a chocolate martini. Now, Tammy, our camera person, is Danielle's wife, and they were married a year ago in Las Vegas.
A year and a half.
Oh my God, a year and a half ago. And I actually had a party at my house that night, and we all gathered in the living room to watch it live. It was beautiful. You were beautiful.
Thank you.
And I love Las Vegas.
I love Vegas. I've been to Vegas more than any place in the world other than Walt Disney World.
Well, what do you like about it?
It's just exciting.
It
The
is.
lights, the sounds.
I mean, when I grew up, granted, that was decades ago, I just thought it was this scary adult place. And I actually went there for the first time, probably 25 years ago, by Disney. Disney sent me there to go to some tech convention. And I found it fascinating. And I've been back there a handful of times since, and I want to go back again because I just love the extravagant glitz of it, especially the new section.
Yeah.
The older section where they do have an interesting light show,
Yeah.
but you know what? Those hotels smell.
Seedy.
I think people pee on those carpets.
Yeah.
But
The first time I went to Vegas, I was 6. So it's just a few years ago. I was 6. And my parents wanted to take me to see Linda Carter. I was a big Wonder Woman's fan, so they thought, we'll take you to see her. And I was like, is she going to be Wonder Woman? And they're like, no, she's going to sing. And I was like, pass. And they were like, who do you want to see? And I pointed to the billboard and I was like, her. And it was Charo, so...
Charo!
Coochie
I
coochie.
love Charo.
Excuse me.
I remember the I Love Lucy episode, Lucy episode, where Carol Burnett. Let me say this all again. I remember the Carol Burnett episode where Charo was the guest star and Carol played Charo's mother, and she wore a halter top with grapefruits that swung back and forth. It is a vivid memory in my mind about, I don't know, about what Charo would look like probably now, today, which is like 50 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I love that episode, and I love Las Vegas, and I can't wait to go back again. We need to go there.
We leave next week, so come on with us.
Don't you pole dance, or
I do.
do you?
I pole dance, and I do lira, which is the aerial hoop.
I want to do that. You know, I now that I'm retired, I did sign up to take a watercoloring class, but I want to do something else. Could I do that?
Yes. Please.
When is it?
I go Thursday nights for Lyra, and then Wednesday nights for Pole. Or Saturday mornings for Pole.
I want to go. Can I go?
Yes. It's a
Can I
unisex
Can we
gym.
do a Martini and Martin episode?
Of course we can.
Done. Done deal.
I'm in. Cheers.
Okay, so Aztec Martini, I'm not kidding. This is my specialty. It is awesome. It is chocolate, red pepper, tequila, and amaretto. You can't do better. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, Danielle. And
Thanks,
then
Jim.
we're now going to make a classic martini. Stay tuned. Okay, so we're back now, and we're now going to make a classic martini. A classic martini can be made with vodka or gin, so if you're at a bar and you want to order a martini, you want to specify if it's gin or vodka. And you may also want to clarify if you want it with an olive or with a twist. We're going to make one with a twist of lemon. You can use lime as well. I like olives, but they're a little bitter for me, so that's why we're going to go with the lemon. So again, we're using Bombay Sapphire Gin. And what can you tell us about this?
Bombay gin is known to be the start of the gin renaissance. So it's very citrusy, very botanical, and they say if you think lemon cheesecake, you're looking at Bombay.
We are there then.
I love it.
And we're also going to use a bit of vermouth. This is Tribuno. It's extra dry. I don't like sweet drinks, so we're going with extra dry. That's my own personal taste. So in a martini, you want to take your martini glasses and you want to put ice in them. And do this, for God's sake. You want to put ice in them and then add some water because you want to kind of make your glasses cold before you make your martini. So while that's chilling there, we're now going to put some gin in here, and we're going to put enough for 2 martinis. So we're probably looking at 1 shot, 2 shots. And then we're going to toss the water from the glasses because they're chilled now. The glasses are nice and chilled. And we're going to take our vermouth, and we're not going to add the vermouth to the shaker. We're going to put a cap of vermouth in each glass. We're going to swirl it and spill a little. Swirl, pour.
Ooh, spilled some of mine too.
And then we're going to take the gin, shake it with the ice, shake, 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 shake. Pour, pour, and add a twist. I only have 1 twist here, so we're going to share a twist. There you go.
Lovely.
And that, my friends, is a classic martini. Classic gin martini. Cheers.
Cheers. Mm.
So I had the interesting text message tonight.
Have you?
Yes. And I'm a little hesitant to share, but a colleague of mine has sent me some, I don't know what to say. I'm meeting for a date.
You're meeting for a date.
I know. Who knew? And I'm very excited. So,
It's as if you had a matchmaker.
it is. This is good.
It's delicious. It is refreshing.
I really like it.
I do too.
So, I'm going to make these again. This is my favorite.
I like this.
Hey there. Oh, are you ready for me? Ah, good. Hey there. It is time for our 3rd martini, which I will call the Jim Martin Martini. It is simple, simple, simple.
Okay.
A little bit of ice. A little bit of ice, and you take your gin, you pour it in, And there you go. It's a Jim Martin Martini. Cheers.
Cheers. Delicious.
It really is, especially with Bombay, because it has.
Really good.
Vodka has no flavor, but gin,
Yeah.
very tasty.
I love gin. It's my jam right now.
It is mine too. And my new boyfriend's. And there you go. Hope you enjoyed this episode of How to Make a Martini. We made 3. And next time, we will show you how to fold a fitted sheet. Take care now.
Bye.